Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. So this evening, I think during the questions and answers, there was a question on what is right effort, samavayama, and I think the traditional definition of right effort is increasing wholesome states. And you have wholesome state, you try to maintain it, make much of it, and with the reverse is to let go of unwholesome states that has already arisen in mind, or to prevent an arisen unwholesome state from arising. And put it simply, I was saying was that it takes awareness, it takes mindfulness to be aware of the state of the mind, what your mind is doing. And then when you realize that you are caught in an unwholesome state, you find skillful means and ways to let that go, or to incline the mind towards more wholesome states. You find out you're aware that the mind is happy, and you find ways to maintain that, to increase it, to make much of it. And so it's right effort. Sometimes people think right effort is, you have to sit for many hours, to meditation, put in your 12 or 15 hours, whatever it is that you think you have to do on a formal meditation. You have to do, your 8 hours, 80 hours a week or something to be right effort, or that you have to be mindfully be aware of each breath from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. But no, like I said, right effort, once you really understand it, it's quite simple. And it doesn't require a lot of work. It doesn't require just coming back, checking in with yourself, being aware of your mind and body. What kind of mental state are you in? What kind of mental states? What kind of things are you thinking about? What kind of things are you longing for, obsessing over, chewing over? And is that wholesome or unwholesome? And so much of our practice is just coming back to the present moment, coming back to the here and now, coming back to this body and mind of ours, and just being aware of what's happening. So we can do that in any posture, just walking around. It's not like you have to maintain your awareness on the breath the whole day. It's not like you have to maintain your awareness on a mantra all day. Or you just have to check in from time to time, and you're aware that the mind is wholesome, mind is bright and clear, mind is peaceful. You find ways to dwell in that, to continue in that, to bring that to fulfillment. And in the opposite direction, you find that you're caught up into some negative mood, whether it's fault-finding with yourself or others, whether it is negative thoughts about the situation, about your own practice, about others. You find ways to let that go. And with right effort, there is a balance in the mind, lots of balance in your practice. So it's not a matter of how many hours you do during the day, but it's more of an attitude to the practice, kind of a perspective. And with right effort, the mind becomes increasingly more subtle, more clear, more calm. And it's easier to watch the breath when you sit down in formal meditation. You haven't, allow the mind to wander everywhere, to be distracted with different things. So you're just checking in the present moment, checking in the body, feeling the sensations in your body throughout the day. As most of you know, in the practice of the Ajahn Chah tradition, sometimes we do a lot of formal meditation, like in the rains retreat. Other times, there's more work project happening. We're more busy preparing for things, so that you don't always have the opportunity to sit for many hours every day, all the time. But whether we're setting things up, whether we're doing some work project, always maintain our awareness in the present moment. Maintain the awareness. So much of it is just in the body. The physical sensations in the body is, you can only feel what's happening in the body in the present moment. You can feel the body, what's happening yesterday. You can feel the sensation of the body tomorrow. It's only in the here and now. So as long as we're staying with the body, aware of the different sensations that we feel, whether it's tactile in the hands, whether it's a pressure in your chest, or just when you're walking around, feeling the contact between the bottom of your foot and the ground you walk on. That's all it takes, is this simple practice to continue being aware of just either the postures of the body, the contact with the sense doors, or the breathing process. So from the minute you wake up, we say, our practice is more organic. Whatever it is we're doing, we're going to be present. Whether you're cleaning the toilet this morning, whether you're doing some maintenance work in the family house, you're painting, whether you're cooking, always can maintain your awareness in the present moment. Always focus on whatever, like the task at hand. By the way, when I was away, the monastery seems to be very well raked. Someone must be doing a few people doing less and less of raking around the monastery. So it's very, very, very clean, very green thanks to the rain. And being from the forest tradition, can't go wrong with raking the path. Can't go wrong with sweeping the leaves. And right effort is important because in our practice you have to maintain the joy in the practice, enthusiasm, day in and day out. Not something that we do for 10 days, not something you do for 3 months. Something hopefully you do, whether you're in the monastery or outside, especially in the monastery, something we do for the rest of our lives. It's continue polishing away, grinding away our attachments, grinding away sense of self and ego, and moving towards the Dhamma, moving towards letting go, moving towards kindness and gentleness, moving towards forgiveness and acceptance. And it's something that we, each and every day we bring up. Each and every day we work with the mind, inclining towards wholesome states. Relinquishing, letting go of the unwholesome states. And as practitioner, you can see, it's just back from the States visiting my parents, and to see, living in the lay world. And as you can see, it's, how crucial it is to have a training, to have a basis, the Dhamma as a refuge. As the body is falling apart, the mind is falling apart, there's nothing you can hold on to. All your achievements of the past is fade away, your family is gone. They come around and visit you, but it's only for a short time. The rest of the time you're just with the body and mind that you have. And if it's not well trained, there's not understanding of Dhamma, there's a lot of unnecessary suffering that happens as we get older and older. So mind, as the brain starts to malfunction in different ways. But we have the Dhamma to rely on. We've been contemplating age, sickness, and death throughout the years. Just like the Dalai Lama says, someone asked him, why do you meditate? You must be so spiritual. You're meditating so many lifetimes. Why don't you continue to meditate? What do we practice? And he gave a very kind of good, succinct answer. He says, I'm practicing so that I can die gracefully. That's all the reason why we're here. Because at the moment of death, we can't keep anything. Everything fades away. The body starts to turn off. Our families, the memories of the parents, people that we live with, share our life, it starts to fade away as well. Everything's fading away. We've been practicing through our life, then we can allow that process to happen. We don't have to suffer unnecessarily, holding on to things that we cannot hold on to. Family or history or achievements, what we did or didn't do. That's all gone, fading away. And we learned to practice, to accept the aging process, the dying process, and that is, to fade away gracefully. And it's true. In the monastery, we're all doing a lot of chanting for other people. Always on a certain level, always kind of be reminded of the human condition. Reminded what connects each and every one of us. No matter whether we're Thai or Australian, old or young, whatever our professions are, whether we're a carpenter or a doctor or a lawyer, stockbroker or nurse, we're all united in this journey to having a body, having a mind, and experiencing the aging process of things just slowly deteriorating, slowly coming together and fading away each and every moment, each and every day. Good to remember that every day we're fading away a little bit. Body shedding its skin, shedding the cells. Some cells are forming, others are dying. As you get older, more cells are dying and obviously then regenerating. And that's just a natural process. And it's fine. The more we understand it, the more we reflect on it, the more we accept it, then hopefully the less we will suffer because of it. Buddha says, so much over and over again. It's not through understanding. It's through not understanding that we suffer, that we try to hold on to things. It's always great to be back in the monastery, to be back in a community that supports the Dhamma, that supports the practice. Be a community that inclines towards simplicity, inclines towards renunciation, inclines towards kindness and gentleness, inclines towards harmlessness. And sometimes we take it for granted because we stay in the monastery, we practice, and everybody come here, super nice, obviously. Have the issues to work on, but generally it's super, super nice. And we take it for granted, but then when you leave this boundary, the monastery, you realize, not everybody is super nice, not everybody is so gentle. Not everybody is always inclined towards gentleness and kindness. Sometimes people are just mean for the fun of it. You're like, don't have to do that. But it's okay. The world is the way it is. And the Buddha had to do the same thing. He became enlightened in a less than perfect world. There was war, famine, injustice during the time of the Buddha, and it will continue to be so. As long as there's greed, hatred, delusion, things will continue to roll on as it is. There will be war and famine. There will be injustices in the world. But as disciples of the Buddha, we can always incline towards the Dhamma, incline towards all that is wholesome, incline towards goodness, incline towards peace and stillness. And that can be done anywhere, whether you're in the monastery or in the lay world. So if we're sitting and we practice, either watching our breath, we're doing more active meditation, or cooking in the kitchen, or sweeping around, or cleaning the toilets. All we have to do is be aware of what's happening. Staying present. Bring as much love and awareness to all that you do. So it's not just when you're sitting down meditating formally, but it's as soon as you wake up. Rouse up that sense of urgency, sense of energy. Sense of joy. I always tell people, samadhi, stillness comes from having joy. All that you do, enjoy being, doing that. Find joy in each and every day in the monastery. Instead of trying to achieve something in your meditation, trying to get rid of something in your life that you don't like, in your mind that you don't like. Find joy and contentment in the present moment. Find joy in your practice. And everything will come together naturally when it's right. Find joy, because only then will the mind settle. Only then your days become, it becomes lighter and brighter. So as you look at every day, it's like, I've got to get my 8 hours of meditation in, or I've got to get this and that. And it's like, it's a chore, there's a heaviness to it. There is some kind of tension, anxiety. It's the nature of craving. As long as the mind shoots in the The mind veers away from the present moment. As says, oh, if I have this, then I'll be happy. As soon as it does that if, then it's not, because obviously it doesn't have it yet. So until it gets it, it's not going to be happy. And you're unhappy, you're anxious until all the way towards that. And it's just you get whatever it is that you want, the mind finds another thing that you have to get before you become happy. And there's endless cycles of craving and wanting and yearning for what is not here. Causes the eternal kind of hollowness inside of us. But as soon as we become aware, we remind ourselves, all the happiness that we crave, all the peace that we think we need, all that we want in the world is already here in the present moment. It's really inside of us already. And all we need to do is to be still, to have faith and confidence, to allow things to blossom when the time is right. Go anywhere, be somebody else new. Just turn you to the present moment, peace and stillness. The mind will open up naturally on its own. So on this quiet, gently rainy day, rainy night on Saturday night, a couple of weeks before Wesak actually, celebration of the Buddha's enlightenment. And we turn our attention to right effort, to continue on the path of practice. To continue walking the ways of the Buddha, ways of the meditation masters, generating wholesome states, maintaining it, making much of it, encouraging it, working on our spiritual qualities, all that is wholesome, or also vice versa, to rouse effort and energy to relinquishing any unwholesome states that has arisen in the mind, and to work and to maintain so that the unarisen, unwholesome states do not arise in the mind. Like I said, one of the main ways is to bring joy and happiness in all that you do. Find enjoyment. Feel joy in just walking around in the bush, listening to the birds, seeing the acacias blossoming, watching the peacock, feeding the peacock. A little bit of happiness in the monastery. And life is easy, things are happy. We live and work together. One big happy family, one big family of different nationalities, different genders, different age group or whatever. But we're united in a pursuit of liberation, united as the disciples of the Buddha. So I offer those words for your reflection tonight.